And we are live. We are here to talk about the 2021 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. I know it's early. For me, it's very early. And the reason why I'm actually doing this live stream is because I didn't go to work today. I was actually supposed to go into work today, but I woke up late and I said, you know what, man, F it. Don't go in today. It's damn cold. Make it up. I'll go in on Friday. I'll go in on Friday instead. You know what I'm saying? I'll make up today. You see what I mean? I'll make it up. It's just meant, when things like this happen, I say it's meant to be. Stay home, man. Stay home. I got a lot of things to catch up on anyway in terms of the channel. So it doesn't hurt staying home and taking care of business. Life goes on. They'll be okay without me. See what I mean? So we're here to talk about the AFCON though, because I was actually supposed to make a video, let's say not last night, but in the early hours of the morning, but my son just wouldn't let me. He just wouldn't let me make the video. So when I woke up this morning, I said I don't have enough time to do that before work. And I would have had to make it up in a live stream later today, so I wouldn't have gotten to make a prediction about the matches that's coming up today. So everything happened for a reason, and I will be talking about the games that's coming up today between Algeria and Sierra Leone. Also, the game between Egypt and Nigeria, and the other one between Sudan and Guinea-Bissau. So without further ado, let's get into today's content, man. The African Cup of Nations, it's here, and let's make it relevant. Let's talk about it. I see like there's not like a big buzz going on around the AFCON right now, but it's okay. I think it will build up steam. It's happening in the middle of the season. It's disrupting a lot of leagues. It's disrupting a lot of people's seasons, so it'll catch up, man. I think people are still mad about the AFCON, you know? So I'd like to take the time to say hi to Sigma. Hello to Graham Copeland, who says the Liverpool man get the penalty okay in the last kick. Yes, definitely. And Bas Havinga in the house as well. Big up to everybody watching. Make sure you like the video. Let's talk about the African Cup of Nations. So far, 3 groups have had games. Cameroon, Cape Verde picking up wins against Burkina Faso and Ethiopia. And they are the teams with points so far in Group A. They talk about those games in the first installment of, the series we got going on. So make sure you check that out. We got Burkina Faso in 3rd and Ethiopia in 4th. Remember, the best 4 third-place teams do move on to the round of 16 in the 2nd edition, where 24 teams take part in the event. We move on to Group B here, where Guinea picked up 3 points with their win against Malawi, and Senegal also 3 points with their win against Zimbabwe. We'll touch on those matches in today's episode. And for Group C, Gabon on 3 points with their win over Comoros Islands, the debutants, and heavyweights Morocco and Ghana played against each other, and Morocco came out victorious. So those are the games that we will be talking about today. We got 4 games to touch on, and we have 3 games to preview. We got 2 from Group D, the match between Egypt and Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau and Sudan, and 1 from Group E, the game between Algeria and Sierra Leone. We got Equatorial Guinea versus Cote d'Ivoire. That game will be coming up tomorrow. So we might as well do tomorrow's matches as well, right? During this live stream, and maybe put them out as a separate clip, right? We might as well do that. Big up to the boy Doug in the house. Good morning, bro. How are you feeling? Kalul and Liverpool era in the house. If you're in here and you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you like it. Say hi if you haven't yet done so. Okay, we'll definitely appreciate it. But look, guys, before we get into things, let's take a word from our lovely sponsors over at Manscaped, who brings you the Performance Package 4.0. Cheers to 2022 and the resolutions you can actually keep. How about upgrading your grooming routine for the new year? Our sponsors at Manscaped are here to make the ball drop into 2022 the cleanest ever. Set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions and join the 4 million plus men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the coupon code Dominic Rich to get yourself 20% off each and every one of your orders plus free shipping. I repeat, 20% off with the code Dominic Rich plus free shipping. All the links would be in the description box down below. Trust me, your balls would thank you. We'll talk a bit about Manscaped a little bit later on in the show. But let's keep the thing going, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going and go back and talk about the African Cup of Nations here. So, look, take a look at the matches. And so far, in terms of matches, let's take a look at matches. There, I clicked the wrong thing. We had Cameroon beating Burkina Faso 2-1. Abubakar with a brace. Sangari opening the scoring for Burkina Faso. So Cape Verde defeating Ethiopia 0-0. Julio Tavares with the goal in that game. Which brings us to the matches that we're going to discuss today. Let's talk about the game between Senegal and Zimbabwe. Listen, I ain't from Zimbabwe. I ain't from Senegal. But I'm telling you, this game touched me. Because I made a very, very solid prediction and predicted Zimbabwe to pick up an unlikely draw against a depleted Senegalese team ravaged by coronavirus at the moment, right? They were depleted, but if you take a look at the 11, you might say, how were they depleted, right? Because they still had about 17 available players, and these players are playing in top clubs around Europe, right? You talk about Sadio Mane representing Liverpool. You talk about Bouna Sarr representing Bayern Munich. Cheku Kouyaté, who does play for West Ham United. Abdou Diallo for PSG. Idrissa Gueye for PSG. You see what I'm saying? You got Boulaye Dia, who plays for Villarreal. Keita Balde, who plays for Cagliari these days in the Serie A. So it's a very star-studded 11, you know what I mean? Habib Diallo came on, and Pape Gueye. Pape Gueye does play for Marseille. So you had still a star-studded 11 coming up against a rather unknown Zimbabwean team, the likes of Knowledge, Masuna, and co, right? I didn't see Tino Kadewere. He didn't actually, he did start the game as well, or did he come off the bench? I think Tino Kadewere came off the bench. So these are the more popular players from Zimbabwe. And they really put out a good showing. They went out there and they did their thing. They put out a good showing. One thing I have to note is that I do know the third choice keeper from Senegal, Seny Dieng, who does play for QPR in the championship. I didn't realize he was actually in the squad. So with Alfred Gomez out and Edward Mendy out, both with COVID, Senegal did have a very, talented keeper in goal, because I've seen a few cup matches with Seny Dieng, and this guy, he's a top keeper as well. He got a bright future ahead of him if he play his cards right. But look, Aliou Cisse's men had to grind out this result. And when I say grind, I mean grind. You got to give credit to the Zimbabwean goalkeeper, Petrus Mahari, for the great work he did throughout the game, because most of the match was definitely dominated by Senegal. A lot of chances. Mane with a few, Bouna Sarr with a few, and one or two other players actually had a look. And I could remember Idrissa Gueye with a good chance where he took a heavy touch, and Petrus Mahari gobbled up the ball. So for the most part, Senegal dominated the match. most people expected them to win the game, which they ended up winning. They had to actually depend on extra time. It was actually in the 4th minute of extra time where that penalty was won. And if that ball wasn't handed by the big defender there, I think it would have been saved. I think when you look at the trajectory of the ball, it would have gotten saved by the goalkeeper. I think it would have been saved by the goalkeeper. So it was quite unfortunate for Zimbabwe to concede that penalty. And I was saying to myself, damn, that's harsh. The Guatemalan referee was so quick to point to the spot. I was like, nah, something's weird here. But when you really look back at it, it was indeed a penalty, though. The player did make himself bigger, did like throw himself at the ball, and it was actually a penalty. You got to give credit to Sadio Mane, though, who actually is a left-footed player, but stepped up and took the penalty with his right foot, and I think that was to throw off the goalkeeper. We know Mane is not the very best at penalties, and he went with power over finesse, and it was well dispatched. That one is still dispatched up to now. How, what power Mane got on that one. So Senegal went on to win the game 1-0. And look, I feel it for Zimbabwe, man. I really do. I really do feel it for Zimbabwe because they deserved the point from this game and ended up getting none. Not at all. Not at all. I think for Senegal, they will be happy that they got over this game. It, look, on paper, might not look like the most difficult game that they have to play in the group. Maybe the one against Guinea or Malawi, according to how you see it. But the fact that they were heavily hampered by coronavirus outbreak, they would want to get past Zimbabwe so that they could get their players back fit and ready to take this tournament by storm like they did in 2019 and also in 2002. So, look, don't want to be too long-winded here. Senegal, I think, were the better team on the day still, but you got to give Zimbabwe the credit for actually staying in the match and carving out a few good chances of their own, but the quality was lacking on the day to actually breach the goalkeeper. They did get 11 shots at goal, 2 on target, compared to Senegal, 16 shots, 3 on target. Senegal with the bulk of the possession, 62%. Zimbabwe with 38. So, look, did Senegal deserve the win? I'm not going to go as far to say that they deserve the win. They weren't clinical enough. They deserved a draw. And they were quite fortunate and quite lucky in the end to get that win. Big up to the boy Michael Talks Football, who says Zimbabwe deserved the point, would have made things very interesting in Group B. Yeah, I predicted them to get a point. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the boy Zachary, who says, damn, Dom, eat some breakfast. Yeah, I got up. No breakfast, man. No breakfast. I'm trying to lose some weight as well for 2022. So, I'm going to ease off the early breakfast today. I will eat something a bit later, but I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of catching up to do in terms of the channel as well. So, it's my thoughts on Senegal 1, Zimbabwe 0. We're going to keep it brief, and we're going to keep it moving as well. So, let's go back, and let's take a look at the other game that was played in this Group B, and that's the one between Guinea and Malawi. I didn't actually watch this one live. I did see the Senegal-Zimbabwe live. But the Guinea-Malawi, I watched the highlights that was played at the same stadium, Stade de Koukang, Bufosam, later on in the day. And Guinea ramped to a 1-0 win. But I have to say, Malawi was the better team. From the highlights, from what I saw, Malawi were the better team on the day. But Guinea were the team that produced that moment of magic. Just, like similar to, you could compare this to the Morocco Ghana game where Morocco was able to produce that moment of magic and Ghana wasn't able to do so. Yeah, for Guinea, that's how they got the better of Malawi. But Malawi, I don't know how they didn't get something from this game at all, man. I really don't know. I could remember there was a mistake from the Guinean defender and Malawi play a 1v1 with the keeper, and I don't know why he took the shot from so deep. I don't know why. He should have went further with the ball, and he took a shot, and you know, it was the worst shot you could ever possibly get off in a situation like that. They didn't have a lot of the ball, but they did carve out the more dangerous opportunities, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, it was Isiaga Silla's 35th minute strike after a brilliant build-up. Naby Keita with the brilliant pass to Kante, and Kante with the square to Silla, who is a left back, so he was doing some overlapping there. And that was a quality goal to give Guinea the lead, and they kept it, ended up winning the game. It's nice to see the boy Mohamed Bayo out there. He has had a good season so far for Clement Foot, Amadou Diawara, Naby Keita, Marshall in the midfield. Makes Guinea a formidable outfit, but like the Senegal Zimbabwe game, I did predict Malawi to get something from this match. I did. I think I predicted them to win the game, if I'm not mistaken. Or I might have predicted a draw for this one. I think I predicted 3 draws. Draw for Senegal versus Zimbabwe, a draw for Guinea and Malawi, and also a draw in the Ghana-Morocco game, but predicted Comoros to pick up an unlikely win against Gabon, and that did not happen. And we know I did not get my predictions right on the day, but I almost got the Senegal one right. And that I think would have given me a lot of points, but you can't always get them right, man. Just remember that you can't always get them right, and you can't take anything away from me if I don't get them right, okay? You can't. You can't. So, look, man. Guinea with a big win. Guinea with a big win. It's important that you pick up 3 points here, and this would put them in a very, very good position to actually move on to the next round. But as I mentioned, Malawi should have got a goal. They carved out a lot of good chances. I think Guinea, I could remember Guinea smashing the post as well. I think that was a header onto the post early on in the match as well. So, yeah. They didn't play too bad themselves. Do they deserve the win? I'll say the game should have ended in a draw. The game should have ended in a draw or a win for Malawi, because Malawi really, really carved out some good chances. And those of you guys who watch the highlights or watch the game know exactly what I'm talking about. So, Chester, Mr. Chester is the player. Yamikani Chester was very, very bright. Very bright on the day. So, look out for him in the tournament. But I think they're quite unfortunate not to pick up anything from this match. And Guinea would be counting their lucky stars that they walk away with all 3 points here. But it does put them in a very, very strong position in the league, in the group, I mean. And they're currently on top of the group, right? Even though Senegal does have 3 points as well, Guinea, they are listed as top of the group right now. So, Malawi 3rd, Zimbabwe are 4th, and they have a lot of catching up to do if they are to stay in the tournament. Look, for Senegal, that's my thoughts on that one. Don't want to be too long-winded. I'm not going to act like I watched the whole game and I could give you a complete tactical breakdown or anything. Senegal versus Guinea would be the next game. 2 West African nations meet each other there. And that game would happen on Friday, the 14th of January. And we would also have, let me see, I think the other game in this group should also be on Friday as well. So let me just make sure I double check. That will be match day 2. And Malawi will take on Zimbabwe later on that day, definitely. So Guinea leads Group B. Senegal second, Malawi third, Zimbabwe fourth. And if Malawi or Zimbabwe are to move on from this group, one of them got to pick up 3 points in that game. A draw, I think, would not be very, very, very beneficial at all because, you know, you're going up against Senegal and Guinea in this game, in this group, where the odds are stacked up against you. So let's say Malawi and Zimbabwe draw their game, the game between them, right? Malawi would have to beat Senegal or get a point to stand a chance of going through as one of the best third-place teams, and Zimbabwe would have to do the same against Guinea. So you see the point I'm trying to make here. So if these teams draw, well, none of them go through in my opinion because I don't think they're going to beat Guinea or Senegal. So that'll be a great result for both Guinea and Senegal, whereas if Senegal beat Guinea or Guinea beat Senegal, they know they have 3 points in the group and the others have 1 or none. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Group B. We're going to move on. Big up to everybody in the house right now. Let's take a look at the standings once again so you could see what's going on. You see Group A, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Burkina Faso, and Ethiopia. Group B, Guinea, Senegal, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. So we're going to talk about Group C. But before we do, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat right now. Big up to everybody in here. Guys, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. We have Doug saying, happy birthday, Dominic, by the way. Yeah, alphabetical order there on top right now. We're going to go with what we see on the screen right now. We're not going to go with any separators right now. But with what's on the screen because the tournament still got ways to go, right? And the separators would actually come in when goal difference and goals, you know, scored and things like that come in. So Michael is saying Malawi had positive COVID cases as well. Yeah, a few teams did. Morocco as well. And that could be the element of surprise in this tournament right now. The COVID situation. So we have Doug saying happy belated birthday. Yeah, Doug, thank you very much, bro. Don't you have work? I did, but I woke up late. I did actually wake up early and then went back to sleep. So, you know, it's my fault. And when I woke up, it was 5:30, and that's the time I'm supposed to be at work. I could have gone in, but I said, you know what? Today's supposed to be a very, 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 very extremely cold day. So I said, you know what, man? Just stay home, and make it up. I'll make it up on Friday. I'll go in on Friday, you know what I mean? I'll go in on Friday. I think I'll go in on Friday. I might as well just stay home. Because if I go in on Friday, I won't be getting overtime for Friday anyways. I'll just be getting straight time because I called out a day in the week. So I won't be getting, you know. So, I don't know. Might as well stay home on Friday and take the 2 days off this week. I'm trying to make some more money in 2022, man. You know what I'm saying? I am. So, big up to Taha Bezri in the house. How are you doing? Big up to Junior Moore, who says, what's up, Dom? My Wi-Fi is back. Finally can support your channel again. Junior Stinger. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it. Big up to Nito Nova, who says, I also felt bad for Zimbabwe. Mane is right-footed, Dom. That's why he plays on the left wing. Salah plays. Mane is left-footed the last time I checked. Mane is a left footer. That's the last time I checked. He's better with his left foot. That's the last thing I know. Last thing I know, he's better with his left foot. That's for me. Maybe he's right-footed, but from what I know, he's a left-footed player. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let me briefly just look this up because I'm pretty sure Mane is left-footed. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's a right footer. Yeah, he's listed as a right footer. But why does it look as if his left foot is his stronger foot, though? It looks as if his left foot is the stronger foot to me. Maybe because he doesn't take a lot of penalties. Why I don't realize that he's actually a right footer. But it just, goes to show, what do I know, man? What do I know? Mane is right-footed. Negative 15 Celsius in Finland. I swore Mane was a left footer. The way Mane shoots a lot with his left foot. Most of his goals I could recall is with his left foot. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Seriously. Really don't know anymore. But I could swear he's a freaking left footer. But apparently he's not. He's a right-footed player. Jeez. Damn. Anyways, won't linger on that one too much, though. Want to go into, what he scored his goals with and whatnot. But I did learn something today. Got to say that. I learned that he's a right-footed player. I should have known, but I thought he was left-footed. I really thought he was. Really, really thought he was. But anyways, man. Anyways, we're going to keep it moving. And let's talk about the other games from Group C. All right? So, I stand corrected about the Mane situation. I stand corrected. So, Morocco 1, Ghana 0. Do I think Morocco deserved to win the game? I think this game should have ended in a draw. I don't think Morocco carved out enough clear-cut opportunities that they should have won the game. And I think it was an unfortunate ricochet, deflection, whatever you want to call it, in the box that made the ball fell nicely to Sofiane Boufal for him to beat the goalkeeper, who does play for Swindon Town, by the way, Wallacat. Ghana, how do you have a League Two goalkeeper? That is kind of weird, right? That is definitely weird. But he didn't look too bad at all. He didn't look too bad. And that Ghanaian backline doesn't look very, very strong at all. Amate in the backline? You have Amate in your backline, it can't be a very, very strong defense, in my opinion. When he's playing as a right back or whatever for Leicester, not a very, very strong defense. He's usually just filling in. So, yeah, Thomas Partey, the RU brothers. But the standout players on the day for Ghana, in my opinion, was Joseph Paintstill and Kamaldeen Sulemania. Those guys were electric on the day. And Paintstill should have scored if it wasn't for that brilliant save by Yassine Bonu. So that was the closest that Ghana came to scoring. They did get another chance. Close call. But that one was the biggest one. That one was the biggest chance. They only had 5 shots at goal, 2 on target, 38% of the ball. And that play was a good build-up. They should have scored, but the goalkeeper came up trumps. It's a good thing he did. Good thing he did, because defensively, Ghana wasn't too bad at all. They wasn't too bad. But it's just that moment, man. That one moment of magic, Sofiane Boufal. And the goalkeeper, the Ghanaian goalkeeper, did have to pull off a huge save. Wallacat, a huge save towards the end of the game as well. But Morocco had already scored then. A couple headers almost, went in. Saiss, could recall. So Morocco, they were the more dangerous of the two teams with 12 shots, 3 on target, but weren't clinical enough, in my opinion. But that one goal by the former Southampton player, Sofiane Boufal, in the 83rd minute was the separator of the two teams. And as I mentioned, was Ghana's own fault. You know, it was their own fault. They didn't defend properly in that play. A bad touch made the ball fell kindly to Sofiane Boufal, who in a flash just got onto it and beats the Ghanaian goalkeeper at a very, very tight angle there. So congrats to Morocco and Vahid Halidhodzic and his boys for getting the better of Milovan Rajovac and Ghana. So look, you take a look at this Moroccan lineup here, guys. Let's take a look at the Moroccan lineup, right? A lot of new faces in this team right now. A lot of new faces. And I like what I see, though. I like what the coach is doing, introducing some fresh faces, blooding some new talent. You know, we know the likes of Ashraf Hakimi, who did look bright down the right flank. Adam Messina, we do know, does play for Watford. But Sami Mai, you know, doesn't look a bad player at all. And you have a few other players. Abu Kal doesn't look a bad player. And the bench. The bench. You have a few players came off the bench who didn't look too bad at all. So Sofiane Amrabat, we know about him. He's been around for a while. And Mr. Azedine Unahi sounds like he could be from Nigeria as well. So, look, nice little team that Morocco got going on. Would they go on to win the tournament? In my opinion, I don't think so. But they do look like a nice little outfit that could, you know, get deep in the tournament. As for Ghana, I expect better from Ghana. I really expect better from Ghana. I think Andre Ayew and Jordan Ayew wasn't able to really, you know, affect the game too much. As I mentioned, it was the wingers in Joseph Painstill and Kamaldeen Sulemania who provided a threat, especially Painstill. Especially him. But Sulemania is a talent, man. He's a talent. You know what I'm saying? He got the flair, got the skill, got the speed and everything. And look, I predicted a draw. I thought the game was going to be a draw. But a late goal from Boufal separated the two teams. So big points here for Morocco. And it's a, you know, big setback for Ghana, the fact that they didn't get any. A point apiece would have been good, but 3 points here for Morocco puts them in a very, very, very good position to move on to the next round and beyond for sure. So for Ghana, look, it's a setback because you come up against Gabon and Comoros, and Ghana is a type of team that I think could drop points against those other teams, and Morocco might not. You see what I'm saying? So Morocco might end up being runaway leaders in this group, while Gabon would be fighting with Gabon and to a lesser extent Comoros for two possible places into the next round. So the Black Stars got to get their act together indeed. They definitely got to get their act together. So they might have had some players out as well through COVID or injuries, because there's a certain player by the name of Mubarak Wakaso who I didn't see on the day, and he would have affected the game in a big way, in my opinion. So I was kind of surprised not to see him out there. Definitely. You know, so let's see if he actually returns to action for the next game. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, if you know more about Wakaso and why he was actually injured, yeah, it's COVID. I'm seeing something here right now on Wakaso being out, and yeah, I'm seeing something here. So they were hampered, you know what I'm saying? They definitely were hampered by his absence. I'm not saying if he was, you know, there, it would have been 100% a different result, but it would have helped. Morocco as well were without key players because of COVID as well. So, you know what I mean? So both teams suffered setback because of COVID and injuries. And that would actually be that curveball the tournament would be throwing to us, the COVID situation. So big 3 points for Ghana. For Morocco, pardon me, I don't know why I said Ghana. It's because I'm looking at it right there. But big 3 points for Morocco, none for Ghana. And as I mentioned, big setback. So the game's coming up in the group. Morocco versus Comoros on Friday. Look, coming up against a debutant. They're expected to win that game. And for Gabon, they also play Ghana. For Ghana, they also play Gabon on Friday. It's early, guys, and I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. So pardon those few little errors, you know what I mean? At least I'm live and I could correct myself right away. So that'll be it for that game. We talk about the next one between Gabon and Comoros. So let's just go right back to the matches and then we'll touch on that game. Definitely touch on that game. But before we do, how are you guys doing? What are you guys saying in the chat? Big up to everybody in here, man. Big up to Savaniste 7. Kalol says Algeria the strongest team. Michael, Morocco weren't great, but Ghana provided nothing other than that one shot on target. Indeed. Android memes, how are you doing? Damn, Mike, that's cold. Very cold. Plus, Ghana were missing Kudos. Yes, Kudos. And Felix Jayan, who was traveling to Cameroon. Yeah, that youngster from, Roma as well. So, Dom, what was your 50th birthday like? You got jokes, right? You got jokes. It was regular, man. It was regular. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't wish me happy birthday. Some people that I expected to wish me happy birthday didn't say nothing. So that was kind of disappointing. You know what I mean? People forgot my birthday. People that were supposed to actually, you know what I'm saying? People that was actually supposed to remember my birthday, forgot my birthday and all of these things. So it is whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? That's unexcusable. You know what I mean? When you and someone talk a lot and then they forget your birthday, you're like, really, man? You forgot my birthday? Wow, really? Great job. Guys, if you're in here and you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you do so. Big up to Doug, who says he's off from work all week, so you could make a lot of content. You could do whatever you have to do in terms of catching up and everything. Omar M, big up to you, bro. You've been with the channel for a very long time. You're a Moroccan fan, I could remember. No, that's Egypt, right? Egyptian? Could remember, I thought you were Moroccan. Egyptian. Ali. So, before we get into the final game and talk the predictions for the ones coming up, guys, let's, talk about our lovely sponsors over at Manscaped. All right? Let's do that. It's a new year, guys. Remember, you have that new year, new me thing, right? Well, make Manscaped part of your year. Take your below-the-waist grooming to the next level with their Performance Package 4.0 and the brand new Ultra Premium Body Wash. Inside the Performance Package 4.0, you'll find the Signature Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. The advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks all over. I could attest for this when I did try it out. And I only used it once because it did such a great job. It got down to skin surface, got so close that I didn't need to do any kind of work for the last couple months, maybe for 2 months, right? But I think it's coming around that time where I need to touch up again, okay? But the advanced skin safe technology, I could definitely vouch for. It helps to reduce cuts and nicks for sure. It also comes equipped with a 4000K LED spotlight that will shine light to the promised land. And when I talk about promised land, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know, the promised land down there, and also what 2022 looks to be. If you have wild hairs coming out of your nose or ear, like I'm getting up there in age and I'm beginning to get a few hairs coming out my ears, like for real, Dom, yeah. And my nose hairs have always been wild. Always. Well, Manscaped can solve that problem as well with their Weed Whacker. This nose and hair trimmer uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. And when I talk delicate holes, get your mind out the gutter, please, okay? Polish off your new and stellar routine with free gifts, including the Manscaped Shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs to keep your goodies stored comfortably. And the new product that needs no introduction, the Ultra Premium Body Wash from Manscaped, solves all three for the perfect addition to your daily grooming routine. But in the shower, this body wash smells great too. It's cologne infused with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean, nice, and moisturized. Kick this comfort and pore hygiene to the curb this year and use the best tools for the job. Whether your resolution is to work out more or travel to new places, be sure to travel to manscaped.com for our exclusive offer of 20% off plus free shipping with the code Dominic Rich. And I repeat, 20% off plus free shipping with the code Dominic Rich. All the links will be in the description box down below. Cheers to grooming with the best of the best in 2022. Dominic Rich at manscaped.com, 20% off, free shipping. So new year, new me in 2022 with Manscaped. Trust me, your balls would thank you. Okay, so you got to pay the bills, man. Don't forget that. Always got to pay the bills. Guys, go check out the site. Remember, you have to treat yourself, man. Definitely got to treat yourself. And it does help to support the channel. Keep the lights on around these parts. Where's my Manscaped 4.0 trimmer that I got right here on display for you guys? You know what I mean? So I used it once. I have to, obviously use it pretty soon. And when I do that, I won't be able to keep it around anymore because it would be used up. Okay, once is fine. Once in a wash is fine. But when you keep using it and then I keep it here, that's not very hygienic. Not very hygienic. But yeah, man. Yeah, very, very, very good product. I do endorse 100%. And I don't endorse a lot of things 100%. So, but this one definitely. So let's keep the show going, though. Let's definitely keep the show going. We got one more game to touch on. And after we do that, we will actually talk about the matches that's coming on later on today. So big up to the boy Chase Athletics, who continues to be a member of the channel. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. And he says Billiat would have helped Knowledge Masuna and Zimbabwe. Yeah, but Billiat actually retired from international football. Players have their reasons. Politics as usual. You know what I'm saying? So who else we got, man? Who else we got in here who I haven't shouted out yet, man? Big up to everybody. Guys, we need 2 more likes to hit 20 thumbs up. We'll definitely appreciate that. Make it happen. Definitely make it happen. All right, so let's continue the show. And I look to do this more often because, maybe I'll go live Maybe I'll go live and it'll be a bit more effective, because for some reason I actually look back at the last AFCON coverage, and I'm telling you, it was, the reception was a lot better than what we have so far. It was damn good. The reception back in 2019, it was good, man. I was looking back at the videos and I was like, God damn. Damn. These videos did well. But the start of the tournament, I don't know, man. It's maybe because it's like in January and the last one was actually in the summer and people didn't really have anything else to do. You know what I mean? There wasn't La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, the Premier League on. And they said, hey, man, why not? Watch the AFCON. Was that the case? Was that the case? I don't know if Mike and Doug, you guys noticed that. Mike, I see you had a, good turnout for your watch along, bro. Do more watch alongs, and definitely would help your channel continue to grow. You did talk about the African Cup of Nations helping, you did anticipate this tournament, and you definitely have been putting in more work in terms of the AFCON as well. So big up to Giovanni as well. Big up to Doug, who says he loved the top. Yeah, man, this is a Lake George hoodie. When I went to Lake George, you see? Lake vibes, Lake George, New York. Definitely a fire hoodie, man. Definitely. That's why I put it on, you know what I mean? I like to look nice in the videos and the live streams. So, yeah. But yeah, man, let's wrap things up and let's touch on the game between Gabon and Comoros. A lot of scrolling up to do here. Comoros 0, Gabon 1. I have to say that was a very, very, very good goal scored by Gabon there. Very, very good goal. Comoros didn't look too bad throughout the game. Didn't at all. And, I did predict them to beat Gabon, who was without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But that goal by Aaron Bupenza, that was brilliant. And his celebration was equally impressive with that, somersault, backflip, whatever you want to call it. But I think Comoros deserves something from this game. And if you look at the stats, you see exactly what I'm talking about. They had 9 shots at goal, 1 on target, 64% of the ball, compared to Gabon's 4 shot on goal, 1 on target, 36% of the ball. But that could also be from the fact that Gabon scored early and all they needed to do was, just manage the game. But from watching the highlights, when Gabon scored, the players from Comoros actually looked a bit shell-shocked. It's like they couldn't believe what they had seen. And I really like their kits, though. I really like their kits. I'm thinking about actually doing a video where I just look at the kits, the AFCON kits. I should have done that already. I don't know why I didn't do that. But their kit with the green, with the gold lettering, oh man, that kit is fire. And they came prepared as debutants in the tournament, definitely. One fun fact about the Comoros national team that played on the day is that every single player was actually born in France. Every player in the starting 11, including the coach, was born in France and does play their football, across Europe as well. Coming up against Gabon there. So, wasn't really a Comoros Islands team if you really think about it, but it was Comoros. And they didn't look too bad on the day at all. They really didn't look too bad on the day, But they deserve something more from the match, in my opinion. But you don't always get what you deserve. You definitely don't. So this is not a game that I saw. So I'm just giving you a few talking points that I gathered from the match. And yeah, we're not going to get too deep into this one. But this is a big Big, massive 3 points for Gabon. When you have Ghana in your group, Morocco in your group, it's important that you beat the team that you're most likely to beat, and that's Comoros. But guys, we can't take any team lightly. Every team deserves respect and credit for making it to the tournament. We know there's some household names: Ghana, Morocco, Cameroon, Nigeria, Algeria, Senegal, Egypt, Tunisia, the big guns, right? But don't forget that South Africa is not at the tournament. Congo DR are not at the tournament. You see what I'm saying? Some big guns missed the tournament. You know what I mean? You think Uganda is not at the tournament. Kenya is not at the tournament. And these teams usually very, very decent. Usually very decent. And they didn't make the tournament. So that's how unpredictable, very unpredictable Africa is in terms of football. You know, you think of Angola, Mozambique. You know what I'm saying? These teams didn't make the tournament. 24 best teams currently in Africa, according to, you know, their results from the qualifiers at the tournament right now. But there's some big guns missing, as we all know. And I'll just like to take the time to reiterate, or the fact that I don't even think I mentioned that some big guns are going to miss out on the next round. Okay? It's a must. It must happen. There must be an upset somewhere. Where is it gonna happen? Is it gonna be Group A? I don't think so. But who knows? Burkina Faso could be the team missing out. It's a possibility. Group B, I don't think Senegal is gonna miss out. Guinea might actually. I think I predicted Guinea to come in third. Can't remember if I even predicted them to get out of the group. I gotta go and make sure I get my everything written down. Ghana could be in trouble in Group C. We gotta take that one very serious. Group D, Nigeria and Egypt, they should come through this group, but you never know. Group E, Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, are they gonna run into any trouble from Equatorial Guinea and Sierra Leone? And last but not least, Group F, where Tunisia and Mali are the most likely to come through. But are they going to run into any trouble from Gambia and Mauritania? So with that being said, let's talk about the games that's coming up today. We have games coming up at 8 and I think 11. And let's see. Let's see if I'll catch those games. I did subscribe to a site called Fanates. It's not that bad at all. There's a lot of football, lot of access, I have to say. $7.99 a month, a lot of access. BN Sports Extra. I see in Real Madrid TV, Sevilla TV. Some of those, I don't know if some of those are free, but there's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Argentine League, Brazil League, Portuguese League, Turkish League. So that's what I've been watching the AFCON on. Stephen Carker is in the Sierra Leone squad. Yeah, I did see that. And I think there's another Carker there as well. So look out for those guys. Could be Ghana. If Ghana draws with Gabon and Comoros, yeah, could definitely be them. Mali kit is fire. Yeah, man. I want to do something. I want to, if I have the time, I want to do something with the kits, though. But thanks, guys, for helping the stream reach 20 thumbs up. Make sure you like the video. Let's get it to 25. That's more likes than the little videos that I put out so far and the AFCON. You know what I'm saying? You know, I did go live for the African Cup of Nations already. And it seems like live might be the thing to do. I think so. I think it might be the best thing to just go live, talk about each and every game, and then preview the games coming up for the next day. It's been a bit slow. It's been a bit slow when it comes to the AFCON. It's a big tournament, right? It's a big tournament. It's supposed to be thousands of people watching the coverage, but that's not the case. That ain't the case at all. Let's talk about the games coming up tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. We could head off tomorrow as well to get a little early. You know, we got a head start. We got a head start if we talk tomorrow's games right now. We got time. No rush at all. No rush. Algeria versus Sierra Leone. Look, what I like to do when I talk about these games, I like to see if there's any news. And according to the news, the headline reads, Sierra Leone out to upset Algeria and shake the African football establishment. I don't know about that. That one is from the Sierra Leone Telegraph. Of course, they're going to write a headline like that. You know what I'm saying? So we have an article from Sportsmole, preview Algeria versus Sierra Leone. Let me see if there's any absentees from COVID or anything listed here. So team news, Baghdad Boneja scored 4 times during the qualifiers, and the Al-Sadd forward will be looking to continue his heroics in front of goal. In the absence of several Europe-based players, Yassine Brahimi ran the show for Algeria at the Arab Cup, but the 31-year-old is expected to drop back to the bench for this one. Stephen Carker was recently given the green light to switch international allegiance to Sierra Leone, and the defender is in line to make his debut on Tuesday. So I don't see anything right now in terms of any COVID situation affecting both teams, but you know that could definitely be a last minute thing, or you know there could be a few cases throughout the various squads. But this should be a routine victory for Algeria. I don't want to write Sierra Leone off too quick, but I'm going to write them off. It should indeed be. It should definitely be a routine win for the current Arab champions and the current African Cup of Nations holders as well. So, yeah, it could get ugly with this. It could definitely get ugly here. I'm thinking 5-0. That was the first scoreline that came to my head. But maybe I'm not giving Sierra Leone more respect. Never really watched them play. I'm not going to sit here and act like, yeah, I'm an expert at Sierra Leone. But I have seen Algeria play on quite a few occasions. And they currently have the longest unbeaten streak in international football. It's a record. You have to count the Arab Cup because they're valid games, and it's indeed, a great achievement. Sierra Leone did manage to pick up a victory against Algeria at the African Cup of Nations back in 1992, which remains their only victory against a North African team to this date. They do have 2 draws and 2 losses as well. So the last time these 2 teams met was back in 1996 at the African Cup of Nations, where Algeria won. They have met at 3 previous African Cup of Nations before. So I'm going to go for Algeria to win this one, to pick up their biggest win ever against Sierra Leone. And I'm going for a 5-0 win. I don't see them conceding. They're too good. And they're too good not to score at least 5, in my opinion. But let's see. Let's see how they fare against a team who has not been at the tournament for some time. So all the best to Sierra Leone taking on the Fennec Foxes of Algeria. Jemad Belmadi and co. So we're going to keep it moving. That's my prediction. Let me know yours. Do appreciate that. And the big one, Nigeria versus Egypt. Oh, my God. This one is a difficult one to predict, indeed. Very difficult. Nigeria currently going through a managerial change, of course. We know Jose Pesero will take charge after the tournament. But I can't even remember who's in charge right now. See, that's how much of a, transition they're going through right about now. But it is a Nigerian local who's in charge of the team right now. and he would just be in charge for the African Cup of Nations. So let's see how they do fare. And it's a stern test, first things at the tournament, coming up against Egypt, who a very, very successful African team. I think they're the most successful in terms of AFCON titles, with 7, if I'm not mistaken. And they're coming up against Nigeria, who does have AFCON pedigree as well. So this is a marquee affair if ever there was one. Big game. Big game coming up here very, very early in the tournament for both teams. I think this will be the most difficult game for both of these teams in the group. And if one of them walk away with 3 points, it would set them up for the rest of the group and maybe for the rest of the tournament. So for Nigeria, they do, however, have 8 wins against Egypt, 5 draws, and 5 losses. History goes all the way back to 1960, and the last time they played was an international friendly in 2019. They did meet at the AFCON in 2016, where they did meet twice. They did meet the 25th of March. I think that was in the group, and they met again in the knockouts where Egypt defeated Nigeria. So the last time they did meet at the AFCON, Egypt won 1-0, and the previous game was a draw. And they did meet at the AFCON in 2010 as well, where Egypt won 3-1. So at the African Cup of Nations, Nigeria have not defeated Egypt since 1990, where they picked up a 1-0 win. So they have met at the Cup on many occasions, and they have a handful of wins. But Egypt has been the most solid of the two teams. We know we got to look out for the boy Mo Salah, who's running the show for Egypt. And in terms of any news for this game, let me just do a quick update on that to see if there's any breaking news. Well, the headline reads, Daily Post Nigeria, Egypt is under pressure. Salah admits ahead of Super Eagles clash. Of course. Nigeria, no pushovers, neither are Egypt. And it's going to be a very, very, very good game, in my opinion. Very good. Nigeria captain confident they can stop Mohamed Salah. Well, it's going to take a lot of stopping, I got to say, to stop that guy. That kid is wild. The kid is wild. So we are favored to top the AFCON group, says Nigeria national team official. Well, everybody's going to be, bullish about their chances of topping the group. For Nigeria, they're missing Emmanuel Dennis and Victor Osimhen, so that's definitely some firepower up top not available. Alex Iwobi, Kelechi Iheanacho comes to mind. And yeah, those guys, I think, who else I think is there? I can't remember. I think Iheanacho is Iheanacho at the tournament. Listen. With the COVID situation right now, let's take a look at the Nigerian squad again. Let me just make sure I get that striking position correct there. All right, what happened there? Okay, the team is star-studded. Wilfried Ndidi is there, Ahmed Musa is there, but Musa hasn't really been a starter for Nigeria. Odiani Gallo, I think, is down with COVID, so just got to note that one. Moses Simon would be available. And the name I was looking for is actually, he's not there at the tournament. Olayinka. I was thinking Paul Onuachu, but he's not there. But Olayinka and Sadiq, might actually be called upon in the forward positions. But it's Taiwo Owani is also there. It's a very strong 11. Very, very strong squad, I should say. Samuel Chukwueze. The team is stacked up. It's going to be a tough game for Egypt. It's also going to be a tough one for Nigeria to get over, the Pharaohs. Super Eagles versus the Pharaohs here. Who you got? Guys, I'm leaning towards an Egypt win here. It would be easy. It would definitely be easy to say a draw. But I think that would be taking the easy route and just say a draw. I think Egypt are going to win this game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. We haven't seen a lot of goals at the tournament so far. But I think we're going to get some goals in this game. 2-1. 2-1 to the Egyptian. To the Egyptian team. 2-1. 2-1. I know most people are going to say, yeah, Nigeria are going to draw the game or they're going to win. But I think Egypt are going to get the better of the Super Eagles here. It's going to be a rough start to the tournament, in my opinion, for Nigeria. Are they going to get through the group? Yes, I do think so. But I think they're going to go through in either second or third. Or you never know. Who knows? There might be one of the big guns missing out on the next round. And you sacked a manager before a major tournament like this. I don't think you can expect smooth sailing. You might get smooth sailing, but don't expect it. So that's my prediction. 2-1 to Egypt. And guys, we have one more game. Sudan versus Guinea-Bissau. Both these teams, I don't know a whole lot about in terms of the personnel. They don't have like big standout players. Sudan, mostly local players in their team. And Guinea-Bissau, pretty much unknown as well. Unknown, you know what I mean? Entities here. Headlines. I'm just looking to see if, I run into anything in terms of COVID outbreaks for each of the teams. And, we just got to stay on top of that, man. Got to stay on top of that because it definitely going to affect things. Definitely. So, yeah, I don't see, let me see. The Falcons of Jeddah heading to the tournament with relatively inexperienced squad, with Al Hilal club goalkeeper Ali Abu Esserin being the most capped player with just 21 appearances. Mohamed Amin, who turns out for Swedish outfit Motala IF, is the only foreign-based player in the Sudanese squad with 6 players contracted to Al Merrikh, including Mohamed Mustafa, Mohamed Al Rashed, and Captain Salah Nemir. So, yeah, man, I don't see anything here in terms of any COVID outbreak in both teams. And yeah, you might just get a full strength squad for both these guys. But Guinea-Bissau, you got to look for a few of their Portuguese-based players as well, including Jonas Mensch, who's currently the most experienced player in the nation's history with 50 appearances so far. And yeah, he should start. There's also Alpha Semedo, who plays for Vitória Guimarães. And Guinea-Bissau should have the more experienced team, and their win probability should be the highest. But I'm going to go for a draw here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for this game. Keep it short and sweet. Don't know much about each of these teams, and they didn't come into the tournament in very good form as well. And I'm going to go for a draw. It will be important for one of these teams to pick up 3 points in the game coming up, because when you really consider who you will be up against, right? Egypt, Nigeria, your chances are very slim when it comes to picking up more points. So let's say Guinea-Bissau defeat Sudan or Sudan defeat Guinea-Bissau. I think one of these teams with a win would put themselves in a really good position to move on to the round of 16 as one of the best third-place teams with only 3 points. Okay, so that's my thoughts on the games from yesterday and the ones that's coming up today as well. Comprehensive review and preview of the African Cup of Nations. Hour, not bad. I thought I was here for about 3 hours, though. It seems a lot longer than 1 hour. But I do appreciate everybody who turned out for the live stream. You know, it's a start of the tournament, so pardon me if I'm a bit rusty. still, and it's very early in the morning. I haven't even had breakfast yet. So give me a freaking break, man. Give me a break. Onuachu is injured. Yeah. Thank you very much for that update. 1-1. Says Mike. Egypt to score first, then Nigeria late. Equalizer. Big up to the boy Donovan McCrabb. Egypt to win 2. 3-2 to Egypt. I would love if we have a very, high-scoring game. But these games in Africa has been rather low-scoring for the beginning of the tournament. So nobody is talking about the inconsistencies of Egypt and how they are dependent on Mo Salah. Look, I think they were they weren't convincing. That is why they got rid of their last manager. It's not that he wasn't getting the result. It's just that the results weren't convincing. It was like edge of your seat stuff. It was like, God damn, we should win this game easier than this. Why are we struggling to win this game? Why are we drawing this game? And that is why the previous manager was dismissed and you had Carlos Queiroz brought in. That's a big appointment. Carlos Queiroz is not cheap. I don't think he's cheap at all. And the previous manager must have been cheaper. But when you go the cheaper route, you know what you get. See what I'm saying? So, Chase Athletics, Guinea-Bissau are actually technically nice. They got some Portuguese flair. Definitely, like I mentioned. Sudan, it's coming home. You don't know Sudan. You're about to find out. Big up to Muntasir Ukelo. Thank you very much for that one. And Egypt, quarterfinal exit. Sebastian in the house. How are you doing? Angel, how are you doing? Dom, you are from the West Indies, correct? Do you know where Africa your ancestors are? No, I have to actually do a DNA test for that. And I was planning to do one for this AFCON, but it didn't happen. So maybe next time around. Maybe next time. Or maybe for the World Cup. You never know. African Cup, always a low-scoring tournament. Expecting a big tournament from Sobi and Zizou to help Salah. You mean tournament, right? Not tourists. Big up to Ivan LFC, man. Appreciate it. Ivan, how are you guys doing, man? Liverpool fans have started to disappear already this season. You're starting to disappear, man. What's going on? What's going on with you guys? Who's a draw? But the masses are like disappearing, though. So, Victory George is saying, Dominic, you look Nigerian. I look Nigerian. Maybe I am Nigerian. You never know. You never know, man. Maybe I'm from Morocco. You see some of these guys on this Moroccan team? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? I could be from Saudi Arabia. You never know. You know what I mean? Rooting for Mauritania for Casa Camara. But yeah, guys, 1 hour 13 minutes. I did say that we're going to talk about the games that's coming up tomorrow, right? Let's do that. Let's do that, man. Let's go back. Let's do that. I almost forget. Let's do that. Let's preview tomorrow's matches as well. And, get some early predictions out. Don't know why this site is acting a fool, but it is. Definitely is. Let's do a little refresh there and see if we could. Maybe there's a lot of traffic to the African Cup of Nations website right now, but we ain't getting nothing there, right? But look, while we see if we could do a little reset, we take a look at the headlines. Gabon's Panthers register win against Comoros in opening match. Boufal scores to lead Morocco past Ghana. Silla gives Silly Nation narrow win over Malawi. Senegal edged Zimbabwe through Mane's late penalty. And I even got to find out that Mane is actually right-footed, naturally right-footed, and not left-footed. But he's a two-footed player then. He got to be two-footed because from what I've seen, he usually is better with his left foot. That's what I've noticed. Big up to this legendary referee as well. VAR to be used in all 52 Total Energies African Cup of Nations matches for the first time. Big up to Africa for actually having VAR available for the tournament, and big thumbs down to CONCACAF for not having VAR available. You know what I'm saying? For the World Cup qualifiers. Very, very, unacceptable, I have to say. Was there VAR at the last Gold Cup, though? Did they have VAR? Can't even remember. Can't remember. And it was just last summer. I don't think they had it, though. Can't even remember. They may have had it. Can't remember. If anybody remembers, let me know, man. Let me know. But you could see the Gabonese striker there doing his celebration. Big celebrations, man. So lovely. Lovely stuff. Lovely tournament. And I'm going to give it definitely some attention. We take a look at some visuals here, you know what I mean? Take a look at some visuals. Why am I not getting a slideshow? Where's the slideshow at, man? Where's the slideshow? Come on, let me get the slideshow. There ain't a slideshow. This thing ain't working. It ain't working. But, a little visual there or two. You know what I'm saying? Little visual. Brand new stadium settings there. This stadium is a beautiful stadium, man. Big up to Cameroon, for this stadium. This is a nice state-of-the-art stadium as well. Big up to CAF, the organizers of the tournament. And let's see if this thing is going to load. Let's see if it's going to load. Let's go back. Matches. Okay, we got kickoff again. Sometimes you just have to try again, right? So we're going to do a preview of the games that's coming up on Friday so that we don't have to, Thursday, so that we don't have to scramble, to get them done. And if anything comes up and I'm not able to go live or make the videos, because it's been a challenge. I've been working some long hours so far in 2021. So if you've seen, shortage of content, usual content, I've been busy, man. I've been busy, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of bills to pay. See what I mean? YouTube ain't paying the bills like that. You guys might think they are, but they're not. You guys might already know that. So let's talk about the games that's coming up on Thursday here. We have Tunisia facing Mali in Group F. Mauritania facing Gambia in Group F. And we have Equatorial Guinea coming up against Cote d'Ivoire. This will be a very, very tricky game to predict. So Tunisia versus Mali. This is a huge affair. This one is good. This is a good one. Both teams with a lot of quality. Mali, I don't think are at their strongest, as I did mention in the preview live stream. I really don't think they're at the strongest. They could have, been a lot stronger, but they're still looking pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Mali are in the final round of World Cup qualifiers. Also, Tunisia are as well. And I think the two teams could actually meet each other in the final round. So who knows? This might just be a dress rehearsal for something like that. So look, in terms of head-to-head, Tunisia versus Mali, how does the teams fare when they come up against each other, you may ask? Well, Tunisia has 6 wins versus Mali, 1 draw, and 4 losses. So we know we're more than likely to get a result here. At the African Cup of Nations, they have met twice in the past. 1994 with Mali picking up a 2-0 win, and they met in 2019 where the game ended in a 1-1 draw. So not a bad record against Tunisia there for Mali. And look, Tunisia has not been very, very convincing lately, if you ask me. I think they were in the same group as Equatorial Guinea during the World Cup qualifiers, and they lost the game against Equatorial Guinea, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just trying to go off the top here with that one. And yeah, I think I'm right with that one though. But Tunisia definitely not been as convincing as they usually are. You see what I'm saying? But with Wabi Kazri, Slitty, Skiri still around. I think they're missing Sassy this time around. And they're still missing a few key players. But someone did mention Hannibal Medri of Manchester United. But I was going to rebuttal and say, why mention this youngster when he's not even playing for Manchester United? You know what I mean? These are the players that should be getting opportunities for Man United, but they find themselves playing for the academy team still. You see what I mean? So this is a big game, and this might be the biggest game in the group for both these teams. And both of the teams are favorites to come through from this one. And you think you have Mauritania in your group, you have Gambia in your group. You fancy your chances of beating those teams, right? But this is where the uncertainty comes in for both Mali and Tunisia. It's a hard one to call. It's definitely a hard one to call. I don't really see anything much about any big COVID outbreaks or anything for both teams. So I'm just looking into that one right about now. Definitely, want to stay up to date with that one. So let me just make sure. I don't miss anything here. All right. So, okay. All right. So, all right. Don't see anything in terms of any COVID outbreak. I think if there was any, it would have definitely been in the headlines for both the teams. If you have any more insight on that, please let me know. But that could also be a determining factor. COVID along with injuries. Guys, this one is a very, very difficult one to call. I don't even want to call this one. I don't. I did pick Tunisia to top the group, however. And I'm going to go for them to beat Mali. I'm going to say a narrow 1-0 victory in this game over Mali. I know it's a tough call. It's a very, very tough call. But I'm going to go for them to beat Mali here. Tunisia 1, Mali 0 would be my prediction. I just think, with their experience, their know-how at the tournament and everything, and the fact that they're a team that most people sleep on, they would come up from behind and they would just sneak up and get the victory here. Mali, not a team to take lightly. Not a team to take lightly at all. Just want to put that one out there. Not a team to take lightly. But as I mentioned, I thought they could have actually been a bit stronger. You're going to see the likes of Yves Bissouma, Amadou Haidara, Diade Sama Sekou. You're going to have the Adama Traores, Moussa Genepo. The team has quality. But this Tunisian team, we should never, ever underestimate. 1-0 to Tunisia, in my opinion. But it's going to be a grind. But I fancy the Eagles of Carthage here. So that's my prediction for this game. Let me know yours. You're going to keep it moving. And let's move on. Let's definitely move on. Let's talk about the next game coming up in Group F here. Let's talk about that game. Let me actually locate that game first. So Tunisia 1, Mali 0 in my opinion. Mauritania versus Gambia. This one is a tough one to predict because I'm not going to act like if these teams... I'm an expert on these teams because I'm not. I'm really not. These teams I know the least about these teams. But I'm going to predict. I'm going to give my thoughts on the game. I'm going to give my prediction on the game. I've seen more of Mauritania than I have of Gambia. This one is going to be, I think, a level playing field here. Gambia versus Mauritania. Have these teams ever met in the past? Yeah, they have. And they have on quite a bit of occasions, right? 8 wins for Gambia over Mauritania. 7 draws, 5 losses. They've been playing each other since 1979. And they have met on the African Cup of Nations before. If might be qualifying. And some of these African Cup of Nations updates in terms of the meetings have been qualifying as well. So let's just make that one clear. But it's still part of the AFCON, right? At the main tournament, I do have to go deeper in terms of if they met each other, but they have met in qualifiers before. And they also met in the preliminary round of the AFCON back in 1990. So twice in 1990 and twice in 2016, where Mauritania picked up a 2-1 win. Gambia and Mauritania played to a 0-0 draw the last time they did meet. So very rich history between the two teams, and they have met a lot in a tournament called the Amilcar Cabral Cup, few international friendlies and few qualifiers, playoffs for the AFCON as well. So look, as I mentioned, very unknown. I'm going to play it safe. Yeah, it's always the easiest thing to play it safe, right? Yeah, but I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go for a draw with this game. As we have been doing, checking and see if there's any available updates in terms of any COVID breakouts within both teams. And we've had one article so far written on this match. And let me see if we're seeing anything. So Gambia is coming in the tournament in better form than Mauritania. And let me see. I think Gambia does have the more, standout players in terms of Musa Barrow, who does play for Bologna, and company. So, look, Coley comes to mind as well. Coley, definitely a name I've seen before. For Mauritania, pretty much an unknown entity, but very, very, very gritty team. I'm gonna have to play it safe here and say a draw. 1-1 draw or 0-0 draw between these teams. It's always easy to play it safe, right, Dom? I know. But I haven't seen anything in terms of any COVID outbreak, but I may be missing something. But if I am, please let me know in the chat. So what I'm also going to do, I'm going to do a quick AFCON search to see if there's any breaking news. Any breaking news in terms of any team and COVID outbreaks or anything like that. So, yeah, I haven't seen anything right now. Definitely haven't seen anything in terms of, yeah. So, I've seen an article here where Burkina Faso, Bertrand Traoré, alleged COVID-19 testing scandal ahead of the African Cup of Nations opener. Burkina Faso have sent a formal letter to CAF after they returned 5 positive COVID tests ahead of Sunday's opener. So they're saying it's a conspiracy there. Yeah, conspiracy. We could be seeing things like that, where I saw an article yesterday where Klopp said that Liverpool's COVID cases were actually false positives, and they missed the Carabao Cup game against Arsenal because of a COVID outbreak, and that could have been, avoided if it wasn't false positives and if it was actually negatives, right? So, yeah, it could happen. But I don't see any updates in terms of any big COVID outbreaks that's going to affect any team that we have spoken about so far. So, yeah, Mauritania, Gambia. I know I haven't clicked on this one, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw for this game. Equatorial Guinea versus Côte d'Ivoire coming up on Thursday. Well, that's actually tomorrow. What am I saying? Thursday. Tomorrow. Why do I keep saying Thursday? Well, it's early. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Give me a break. Give me a freaking break, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a break. I need a break. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a Kit Kat commercial as well. I just need a break, man, because I'm not perfect. But Ivory Coast, what a star-studded team. Talk about Maxwell Cornet. You talk about Zaha. Talk about Frank Kessier, Seridia. This team is stacked up. And the list goes on. This team is stacked up, man. And nothing should get in the way of them beating Equatorial Guinea. Not even coronavirus. Not even that. You see what I'm saying? They should, even if they have a coronavirus setback, they should still have enough. You see what I'm saying? It seems as if, I'm looking at a preview here as well, and it seems as if Gobu could be available again. I'm pretty sure I saw that Gobu is suspended for the tournament because of a doping ban that he received. So don't know if everyone who's doing previews are actually looking at the updates, but let me just do a quick search on Mr. Gobu again, because that is very, very important if, you know, he misses the tournament. The last time I did check is Sylvain Gobuho would miss the tournament because of a doping ban. And that was 1 week ago. And yeah, I don't know why he is still in the thing, but let me do a quick search again. And let me get a translation for this in French. And Patrice Baumel very upset against FIFA on the Gobu case. So Gobu will not be available. So you can't take everything you read seriously. Just want to put that out there, because I'm looking at an article here from Sports Mole, and whoever wrote this article didn't know. You see what I'm saying? And it goes back to the point where not everybody's perfect. You can't always get them right. So that's just an oversight. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But Ivory Coast, as I mentioned, stacked up Serge Aurier, Jean-Michel Seri, Max Gradel. You have Sebastian Halle, if you hear me. Nicolas Pepe. Listen, team is stacked up. And I'm not going to go further. I'm really not going to go further into this, because I think it would be kind of disrespectful to Ivory Coast, right? But Ivory Coast might actually be disrespectful to themselves and go on and draw this game. Because Equatorial Guinea definitely are not pushovers, right? Spanish-speaking nation, not pushovers. A lot of Spain-based players would be involved against a star-studded Ivorian team. It's gonna be a grind. But I do think that the Ivory Coast will come out on top. Against Equatorial Guinea, they have played 2 matches previously. They won 1 and drew 1. And they have met at the African Cup of Nations once back in 2012, where they won the game 3-0. And that was actually in the quarterfinal of that tournament. 3-0 win for the Ivorians. So they do have a great record against Equatorial Guinea, even though they only played twice. And I'm going to go for them to get the better of the Equatorial Guinea team. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I don't think it would be a totally polished performance. But nevertheless, I think they will pick up a victory. 2-1. Ivory Coast, who should get very deep in this tournament with a team like this. Listen, you don't get to at least the quarterfinal with this team, manager deserves to get sacked. Just want to put it out there. It might sound a bit harsh, but you got to get far with this team, man. This team is like a dream team. It's a dream team, and you gotta do well with it. But as we know, for Ivory Coast, they have been very, very lackluster lately, missing out on a final round of World Cup qualifiers, and they have been underachieving. Definitely. So I'm going for them to win the game 2-1 though. Can't take Equatorial Guinea lightly. They do have Emilio Ensu in their team, and he has been around some top clubs in his career, and they would look for him for quality. So 2-1 to Ivory Coast. Gambia Mauritania to draw, and Tunisia to narrowly beat Mali on my predictions for tomorrow's game, to add to the predictions that I'm making for the games that's coming up very, very, very soon. So a game's coming up at, 8 o'clock, 40 minutes, as Tahir Bezri said. I'm not going to do a watch along. I have things to do. And I'm going to multitask, do those things, and also watch the game as well. So I need to take a sip of my water. I do appreciate everybody who came through to support the stream. Somewhat of a catch-up, to be honest, because this almost didn't happen. And an hour 35 minutes, it took me to catch up to what's going on. And it's going to be a struggle to cover the AFCON, because to go with everyday life, to go with work, to go with the fact that we got to talk about the Premier League, we're in a transfer window as well, it's going to be tough. So if I'm late, it's fine. If you see the videos are not doing well, it's fine. I just want to cover the tournament. You see what I'm saying? Simply because I did so in 2019, and I talked about the Euros, I talked about the Gold Cup. I didn't cover the Copa America. I had to sacrifice the Copa America because of similar reasons, and I wasn't going to sacrifice the AFCON. I didn't even talk about the Arab Cup, but for the AFCON, I had to talk about it. But it's been a bit slow in terms of the AFCON build up on this channel, and just so far overall, I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I think my thing is a little bit too much over there. You guys are seeing my little boxes over there, and I mean, you don't need to see what's in the corner as well. You don't. You definitely don't. You feel me? So Omar M, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Doug, that you came through. Sometime throughout the tournament, gotta get Doug on, gotta get Mike on as well. Gradle is the guy, always brings it. Indeed. So yeah. So Guardian, Gambia facing COVID, AFCON catastrophe, says coach. Check this article. Yeah, but I did mention, even if I didn't run into the article, I did mention that, COVID is going to be a situation that's going to affect the tournament. You know what I'm saying? So we do have 31 likes. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you do so. Let's get those likes up. If you're watching the replay, I will, put in some effort and get those timestamps in. But, yeah. This is where I'm going to leave you. I do love you, but I got some more things to take care of as well. Got some more catching up to do. The work never stops. You see what I'm saying? The work never, ever stops. As a responsible adult, at least. That's what I could say. You know what I mean? Got a lot of bills to pay. Got kids to take care of. Family to take care of. You got to take care of yourself. And you still want to do we want to do everything. You want to do the most. So I stays busy. Big up to A-Bob. Big up to FB7 Games. And I still got to do a transfer video, a transfer update. We haven't been getting a lot of confirmed deals, so I'm just waiting on some confirmed deals. But there's a lot of rumors, man. A lot of rumors right now, and I should have been talking about the rumors. But it's all good, man. It's all good. So hope everything works out. Yeah, it will work out. Things always find a way to work themselves out. Like the fact that I was supposed to be at work right now, and I woke up late, and I chose not to go in. I could have gone in, but today I heard, I haven't gone outside yet, but I've heard it's cold outside. That's what I've heard. I heard it's really cold. So I'd rather stay my ass right here. I might actually go outside and do something, but it's better to go outside on my, my own accord than to actually be at work and be forced to go outside and do things. You see what I'm saying? So Yeah, man, Chase Athletics, I really appreciate the coverage. Main reason I subbed, cover everything. Yep, I cover as much as I can. I do. I try, man. I try. You know, we have Premier League preview coming up for match week. What is that, 22? Coming up on Thursday. That'll be later on Thursday. And the show goes on. The show goes on, man. And guys, don't forget, today's stream is brought to you by lovely folks over at Manscaped. Make sure you head on over to manscaped.com and check out the site. Your balls would thank you. Use the coupon code Dominic Rich to get yourself 20% off each and every one of your orders. Shipping is always free. All right, tell them that I sent you by using the code Dominic Rich. Remember, it's a new year. Treat yourself. I can't understand how some people do not take personal grooming seriously and treating themselves seriously and just getting the best tools for your family jewels. Seriously, I really don't. So head on over to Manscaped. Tell them I sent you. All right? So from your boy Dom, thanks for tuning into this one. There'll be more. There'll be more on the African Cup of Nations, I'm pretty sure, coming up later. I might be live later again to talk about the games that were played today. And we won't have to do any preview for tomorrow's matches because we already did them today. Okay? But we might actually preview the matches that's coming up on Friday. You know what I mean? Or that might not be a smart thing to do, seeing that there's COVID out and about and players could be missing. Games could be postponed. Who knows? But look, for your boy Dominic Rich, thanks a lot for tuning in. And until my next one, peace out. Rich Squad. Guys, I do appreciate the support. Any support, do appreciate it, man. Do appreciate it. Remember, this is a big World Cup year. November, December is going to be a huge, they're going to be huge months. So things are going to start off a bit slow during the year, and it's going to pick up. World Cup qualifiers coming back at the end of the month. So there's a lot of work to be done in January and February and March. April too. It's going to be a very busy 2022. All right? So peace. We'll talk. We will talk very soon.